Hey, this is Monty with Bill Brothers Roofing and Solar. Starting my digital inspection. We're at a property in Lakeside, and we always like to start underneath the eaves just to get an idea of the condition of the wood. Wood condition looks pretty good. This is actually boxed in, and we have the fascia. Something I wanted to point out is this, I guess, drip edge. Doesn't look like a typical drip edge that, you know, standard roofing practice we would use, right? Normally there's a little lip at the end. This just looks like you know, a flat piece of metal. So normally there would be a lip to actually allow that rain to flow off, but we do have a piece of metal. I really wouldn't call it a drip edge necessarily, that we would typically see. But right off the bat, we see exposed nail heads right here on the edge, and there's actually 2 layers of shingle on this. So if you lift up this first layer, there's 1 and then 2 underneath. The second layer is actually a different color, and you can see it on the other side. I'll actually point that out in a second. But the homeowner is actually getting multiple leaks right here along the edge where it meets the metal awning. And well, we can see right off the bat, this last course is starting to peel off. You can see just how expired that underlayment is. That felt paper is, I mean, you can see just how dust-like it is. I mean, that is a product that has been getting rain soaked into it for, you know, quite some time. So no wonder the homeowner is having some leaks. And again, this material, you know, is very loose over here. And we have another spot where this shingle is starting to come apart and expose that felt paper, and then that is giving access to water to get right up and under here. So you can see, look, this along with the metal piece is completely lifting up. And again, the quality of that felt paper is dust-like. Very easy to rip off. Something else I noticed on the edge here, we have what used to be a satellite dish is no longer in service, and again, these are essentially screw holes that are just, you know, going right into the roofing material. Again, same thing right here. Product is very loose, able to lift that up with ease. So all points of entry for, you know, water to potentially get into. Same thing with these penetrations, right? We have the mastic that's starting to erode away, and you can see that's leaving it vulnerable to water as well. And the flashing around these penetrations, well, we have a couple exposed nail heads, right? Same thing over here. You can see this is completely open, so that seal is broken. And then moving on over here, again, we see the same thing, exposed nail heads. You can see the rust has been developing on top of those nails. And again, we have this that is completely open. As far as the seam stagger goes, well, there's a couple areas where we have proper seam stagger, right? At least 6 inches apart. You have a seam, right? 6 inches, 6 inches, 6 inches, right? But then we get to this shingle course, right? It is not 6 inches right there. It's actually, you know, closer to 12 inches. So the seam stagger is actually inconsistent within this roof. So these are all signs that, you know, we're working with the unprofessional install. So to our understanding, this roof has fundamental issues and was installed improperly, which is why there's so many leak points within this roof. And again, you're gonna have a lot of exposed areas. So unless the homeowner wants to be chasing leaks, you know, one after another, we were going to suggest doing a full re-roof, right? We want to tear this off down to the decking and address any rotten wood. I did notice a little soft spot in this area. So the wood is starting to flex a little bit. Might be water intrusion but we can't tell until that old material is actually ripped off. Same thing with this, right? We would never screw anything into new shingle. So that is just, you know, an active leak. And so these are all signs that, again, this was done unprofessionally. So again, we're going to recommend a full re-roof, but at the very least, right, for now, we have this area. We definitely want to get rid of that. So what we can do is remove the first, you know, 2 to 3 courses of shingles along here, and replace with new. And we can also do a tune-up, so reapply mastic to all the exposed nail heads around the penetrations as well, and any exposed areas on here, any vulnerable spots, right? We're gonna have the same thing over here as well. So again, that is also an option for the homeowner, but in my professional opinion, we definitely want to replace this roof. But at the very least, we can do a repair. So thank you.